Hey everybody, and welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jack and later still Lake Jackson. So this is coming from my little galley kitchen in Dickinson, Texas, of all places. So yeah, today I'm going to use an HEB soup. Now, I've been using a lot of packaged stuff from a lot of different stuff here lately just to prove that you can cook anything with anything. It doesn't have to all be from scratch. Trust me. But this is from HEB. It's like a single serving soup. We're going to make it a little heartier, spread it a little more. Maybe it'll be at least 2 bowls of soup. So it's not a single serving. You have it like a lunch date with your soup or whatever, right? That'll be cool. Shout out to them. It's not a plug. They don't give us any money for this. We just do a lot of shopping there. So that's one of the best places to get the meats. So it'd be cool to get a sponsorship from HEB. That'd be cool. But yeah. Before we get into it, be sure to do all the YouTube stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Ring the little bell in that corner so you get notification when we do these as close to Tuesdays and Fridays as we can. And there's also a link down in the doobly-doo that has our merch. We've got our aprons, fake hands, pot holders, spatulas, bloopers, and a spoon. All that kind of stuff. We very much appreciate it. We're a small business. And let's just get into the food, man. All right, so basically you just need to get one of these soups from like the HEB. This is the Flavors of Texas. They also have the Flavors of the World, whatever. This is the green chili chicken noodle soup, which is 1 serving. So I'm going to add 2 or 3 sliced chicken breast cutlets here, a handful of garlic. Again, that's optional for everybody else, but my ancestors say I have to do it. Be sure to pull the skins off of those. Now, just because my buddy Cy over west of here, he does the dried onions. It's only because he's allergic to the rest of it, so I'm going to add that to the soup here, and then salt and pepper if you need it, and then maybe a little pan lotion for your stuff or butter. But just the soup is the deal. Like, all right. So first things first, get you a nice sharp knife. Shout out to Andy. Thank you very much. You're going to take these and cut them down into bite-sized pieces. You don't want giant hunks of chicken in your soup. I mean, you might, but especially if you're trying to share it with somebody, you don't want anybody choking on giant hunks of chicken. So just get these, just cut them up into small pieces. Again, this is for me, so you might want to cut them smaller for you or your loved ones, whatever. So get all that done, get your nice sharp knife again, and you're going to cut down your garlic. Now this, I'm just kind of padding the video at this point, but just take it and chop it down as best you can. Careful of your fingers, no reason to do it fast. You don't have to be a professional chef to do this. You're just chopping the shit out of it is all you're doing. Just pin it down, scrape it. The 1 finger trick, that's the whole point of looking like you're professional at this point. Just kind of pile it up. You can just chop it down like this instead of like slicing it unless it's really tough, right? So just take it across, just chop, 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 right? And then be sure to use 1 finger to scrape off the blade, right? And that's what makes you look like a professional. 1 finger, just because I'm fancy. That's my thumb. And then use the knife to move it anywhere. And then you look like a fancy person. So get you a skillet. You want to put it about medium high. I think I got it at about a 6 out of 9. So that's the thing. Let that warm up. Now, you don't have to use any kind of pan lotion or butter or anything else. Chicken generally cooks pretty well by itself, but because I'm putting the garlic in here, I'm just going to go ahead and put in a tablespoon of butter. Not mandatory. Throw in all your chicken here as it starts to warm up, and we're going to throw in our garlic as well. You want to get that a nice little cooked version of that as well. I guess it would be just fried garlic at this point. Get you a wooden spatula or a spoon, because there's ancestors that'll come get you if you don't use utensils made out of wood. And just give it a nice stir. Keep the meat on the metal. Now you notice mine, like all the butter runs to one side. That's because the apartment is off kilter. I've checked the floor. You drop something, it rolls towards the wall. So just give it a nice stir around here. You don't have to stir it constantly. It's not a stir fry. You want to get the meat down here. The trick is that you cut it, you're going to have to roll it and keep that pink down. Okay? You see how this is? It's starting to cook on one side, but the top side is still just raw as all hell. So you got to be careful. Flip it over. Put the proverbial meat down in the middle, right? It, and I have a relative, I'm not going to mention their name, but it rhymes with one of my sisters, that cooked it but didn't know you had to flip it, so just thought it would cook from the bottom up. So we had some very burnt and raw chicken at the same time. Heads up, I'm listening to the Neebs Gaming guys over doing their list of their survival games today. You gotta have something to listen to while you're cooking, man. Just the sound of the food is good, but you don't want to go crazy, right? So you want to cook this meat until it starts to get brown on the edges. All the pink is gone. That's the important part. If you want to stick a thermometer in it and get it to 165, that's fine. But once it's starting to brown, kill your heat, remove it from your stovetop. Now get you a decent sized pot, like I said, medium sized pot. You can use a small one as well. You want to get it as medium. This was about a 5 out of whatever, and then open this container. It took me a little longer than I expected to, but I just figured I'd show that and pad the video some more. Again, this is one of those things that looks little weird before you cook it, but trust me, it'll be gorgeous. It smells amazing. Just this, the green chilies and the spices they use are great. So immediately put your meat and your garlic in there, and you just want to get it up to warm. Ignore the meat in the back. That's just, I had some meat I didn't want to go bad, so I figured I'd cook it while I'm doing the rest. This is where I'm going to add in my dried onions here. Again, shout out to my buddy Shy. Great guy, just can't eat onions unless they've been dried out for some reason. He's weird. He's a mutant of some kind. So give it a nice stir. Be sure to get that in there. You can add your salt and pepper, but do me a favor, taste it before you do that. But just get it up to heated, because the soup's cooked, ready to go, and all your meat is ready to go. So you just want it warm enough to serve, and you're good. That's it. Like, you can take a lot of stuff. Like, we've done it before. We showed you how to take like the 5-cent ramens and make them fancy or whatever. Now this is a fancier soup, but it spread out, made it 2 bowls worth of soup, gave it a little more protein to it, a little more heft. But it's amazing stuff. Again, I'd like to try some of these other ones, just because they have them. It's a little more work than just heating up soup. I get that, but it's great for like meal prep. You can heat the meat up and cook the meat later, are separate, and then add it to the soup later when you heat it up, right? You just got to do that. So it's good for meal prep that way, especially with the prepackaged stuff. I don't know about the sodium content, so you'd have to kind of look at that. I'll worry about that because I don't want my heart to freaking explode. So I didn't look, but this one turned out really well. It's well under our budget. The closest thing is the chicken is going to be more expensive than the soup. So just keep an eye out for that, man. Yeah, there's a lot of these different ones. Like, you could have a different type every week or every day and have different chicken, or different meats, or you can have different soups and, put all the chicken in it. So, yeah, you got to try this out. Let me know. And there you have it, folks. At least a couple bowls of soup that taste amazing. I hope you have an HEB near you, or if not, I feel for you. It's great to have that around. Again, shameless plug. I'm just sucking up for it. If you want to do it differently, you've seen it do it differently, you want to see me do it differently, let me know. Put it down in the comments. That's what they're there for. Matter of fact, HEB has a whole new line of these, like soups of the world kind of stuff. I'd love to try this with some other stuff, see what I can do with these. I'll put it up with a crock pot and see what's going on there. Until then, just let me know here in the comments or on social media. You can find us at Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon, with all those at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. Over on Instagram as well, Live Between. We had to shorten it down over there. Me, Oswey Nerdy, I'm on all those under just Oswey Nerdy, as well as Twitter, not calling it whatever, and over on TikTok. Well, most of those I'm just talking nerdy stuff, action figures and painting miniatures and stuff, but we do get into a lot of food stuff when it comes up. Y'all be safe, and I'll see y'all next time. Enjoy the food. Yeah.